I once had a professor give a description of marriage that I think is worth considering. He said, imagine an ice skating pair, like we watch in the Olympics. The pair is skating together, and there's very intricate movements. They're nearly intertwined at times. Other times, they stretch apart, but they're still holding hands. There's lifts, there's turns. They depend on each other. But at some point during the figure skating routine, they split up, they move apart, and they do things separately. They do spins, they do turns, they do amazing things on the ice as individual skaters. And then they come back together and continue the routine, intertwined, lifting, turning, tossing, jumping, all the things that they do as they depend on each other. But there are those moments where they show their individual ability as a skater. And he said this is the picture of a healthy marriage. You need to do things together. Your life is intertwined. You depend on each other. You hold each other up. You lift each other. Sometimes you may move apart, but you're still connected. But then there are those times that you move apart and you live for a moment as an individual. You have your individual interest. You do things as a person to enrich your life, to have fun, to venture into a hobby, to connect with friends. But then you come back and connect with that spouse, keeping your lives intertwined, depending on each other. The point is, we are still individuals. If we are in a committed relationship, if we are in a marriage, if we are living together and living life together, raising children together, it is crucial to build that life together. But a healthy part of that life together can be having your individual interest, having those things you do as an individual, without your spouse, without your partner, giving you something to talk about when you do come back together, giving something in your life to share, conversations to have when you are together, growing as a couple because you're also growing as individuals. Healthy couples live individual lives as well. You can't push that too far. If you do that too much, you'll drift apart as a couple. You have to come back together, but it is healthy to have individual interest, to understand we are still people, whole people in ourselves with our own interest. And so healthy couples have both. Lots of time together, lots of interest together, but planned time for your individual interest to keep growing as a person as well as a couple.